Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to review the new and updated DonorCentral version. I just wanted to introduce myself again if you're just tuning in. My name is Emily Angel. I am in the Philanthropic Services Department. And I just want to take a moment as well to just express our gratitude to you and all of you advisors. We are so thankful and appreciative for you guys choosing the Community Foundation and to help with our grant making. Without you guys, our grant making is not possible. So thank you so much. And we really hope that this DonorCentral new website for you guys is very user-friendly and has even more detail of your fund activity than before, because we want to serve you with this website. So thank you again for joining. I just want to express that today we are going to just do an overview of the website. So we'll go through the different tabs on the website, and it will show the fund activity, your grant recommendation history, and how to make a new grant recommendation as well. So just during this presentation, as I'm going through things, if you have any questions, please feel free to use the chat bubble at the top of your screen. And you can go ahead and type in a question as I'm going through the presentation. We are going to answer those questions at the end. So if you have any thoughts or comments, please go ahead and put them in there in the chat bubble at the top of your screen. Right now, everyone is muted, so I cannot hear you. But at the end, when we take some time to go over your questions, we will unmute you. And if you want to speak your question instead of typing it, that is also possible. All right, so we're going to dive right in. And so I just want to first say that one of the main changes of the DonorCentral new website or updated version is the email, our new login experience. So before you had the system generated username, and now your username is going to be your email address. So all of you should have received this email that I have up on the screen right now. And you had one of two ways to create your account. You can either use your Google account or you can create a new Blackbaud ID. Both of those, whichever path you choose, both of those instructions and how to create that new ID is listed here on this welcome email. Once you've created your ID, you're able to just go right into our website and here, our website, cfscm.org. And when you hit the login in the upper right-hand corner, it will bring you to this page. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to see our DonorCentral login. When you select that, it will bring you to the login page, and you're able to use your email address and whichever password you chose to use when you created this new account. Once you log in, it is going to bring you to this page. So this is the new web design for our DonorCentral. Here we have, this is the home page, and so you're able to see an overview of your fund. First here, you have your fund information, which is in the middle of the page. If you have multiple funds, you are able to search in this engine. Okay, now one moment. I'm going to pull up our dummy profile here. So all of this information is not real, but we're just using it to demonstrate all of the activity. So once you're here in the middle of the page, you're able to search. If you have multiple funds or just one, you just search your fund and select it, and it shows you your spendable balance here, which is your available left to grant. So this is just a brief overview of your fund. Shortly, we will be going through the actual fund page, which shows a lot more detail. Below your fund activity, you are able to see your grant history. This shows you the 10 most recent grants made out of your fund. If you have more than one fund, it is going to show you the 10 most recent grants from all of your funds. So you might see a little of them mixed in between here, depending on your 10 most recent grants. Just an FYI there. And below that, you will see all of our updated information, our latest information of the Community Foundation. We have that available for you as well. And we'll make sure that we keep that updated, such as events coming up, and you're able to view that information here on the home page of your new DonorCentral account. So I'm going to scroll back up, and we're going to go into the funds page to get more detail on that fund. You can go up here in the top of your screen, as well as if you look back in the middle of the fund information here, if you scroll over to the right a little bit, you'll be able to see it says see more fund details. You're able to select either page or either link, and it will take you to your fund details. Once you are here, you are able to filter your fund information and fund balances that you are able to see. So here, in about the middle of the page, under Fund Details, you will see a drop-down box. If you select this arrow, you're able to filter your fund activity by all of your history, this month, this quarter, this year, last year, or even specific dates. So we're really excited about that because that definitely is an upgrade from the last DonorCentral. So you're able to get more detail and search for specific dates and such. Right now, this is a dummy profile, and so we have our grants payable here. You might have a lot more information in the grants paid. That is all of your grant history there. Right now, our grants payable, they are recommendations that we put through in order to use this for a demonstration, but likely you will see your information in the grants paid here. So if you scroll down, you'll be able to see a list of your grant history. You can see the date, description, and the grantee. What is also great about this, if you have multiple pages worth of grant history, in the bottom left-hand corner, it will give you the option to go back further and by pages, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be listed in the lower left-hand corner down here. And if you don't like viewing it this way, we also now have the option to export this information, which you can see right here, this blue button next to searching the list. Once you export it, it will export all of your grant history into an Excel log for you, and you're able to view that data information that way. All of these, if you have information in any of these, you're able to select them. There will be like a blue color, and it will give you all of the detail listed below. So again, this is the gifts, and so all of your gift history will be listed here below. And again, your gift history, you are able to export this information as well. Up in the upper right-hand corner here, you have your market value and your spendable balance. Again, the spendable balance is your available left to grant, and the market value is the total fund value of your fund. And because this is a dummy profile, unfortunately, we don't have information in the market value, but you are able to see where they are located. Lastly, if you have multiple funds, in the upper right-hand corner here, where it says choose a fund, you're able to select the fund individually, or you can search your funds together by hitting combine multiple funds. And in selecting multiple funds, you see the sum total of all of your grant history, your gifts, or your pending recommendations throughout each of your funds. Moving on to the grants page, this gives you even more detail of your grant history. So again, another upgrade feature of this new DonorCentral account is that you are able to filter your grant history. When you select the filters, you're able to select the fund you would like to search. Again, if you have multiple funds, you can either select both or just one of them. And then you can search your grant history by either date range or a charity name. So if you're interested to see how much money you have given to an organization over the past 5 years, this is where you would do so. I will give an example here. And so you're able to see here, it would show a list of all of the grants given to Alternatives for Girls, as well as in the upper right-hand corner, a sum total of the amount and how many grants that have been provided to them. In order to go back to a review of all of the grant history, you do have to open filters again, select the clear all filters, and then you have to apply that to get back to the first page of reviewing all of your grant history. Once you're here, I do want to point out that we have visuals as well in our grants page. If you had your fund for more than just this year of 2018, you're able to view on the right-hand side in the grant totals by year, you're able to see a graph chart of each year and how much money you spent in that year. Below that, you'll see a pie chart, and that is the breakdown of organizations. And when you scroll over, it shows you how much money you've given to that organization. So whether you like to see visual representation or if you're more of a word person or both, we now have the option to show you both. Additionally, if you would like to see more information about your grant, if you select these 3 dots next to the grant organization title and you select View Details, it gives you more details on that specific grant recommendation, like the purpose for the grant. Additionally, you can just select Recommend Again, and it will create a new recommendation for you. So this is a good segue into the next. Here, we're going to go into our grants recommendations right now. Up at the top again, you're going to hit Recommendations and New. And in this list, you have 3 options to select from. You can either select from your prior list of grantees. You can select from, if this is a new organization for you, you also are able to search our database to see if another person is given to this organization. And if you're still unable to find that organization, you can create a new profile for them. First, we're going to just search from this Mr. and Mrs. John Adams list of prior grantees. So we'll select Motown Historical Museum. Then you select Next. You have to select the fund you wish that this grant comes out of, the amount you would like to give, and then you can put in your purpose of the grant, and if you have any special requests like in memory of, in honor of, then that gets listed here. And when you scroll down some more, if you're aware of the organization that you're giving to, if they have a new executive director, for example, or if they have moved to a new location and you would like to let us know about that, that information gets put in the special note. And lastly, you're able to put in if you would like this grant recommendation to be sent to anyone else, you can give us their information here as well. Once you've completed that, you can move on and select Next. Here is the grant recommendation condition, and so you have to select I agree in order for this recommendation to go through. Now at this point, you are able to either submit the recommendation or select Save for Later. If you are looking to just make one grant recommendation, then you can go ahead and submit at this point. However, if you're looking to make more than one, then what you can do is you select Save for Later. And what that does is kind of moves this grant to what we call like our shopping cart. So if you're looking to make more than one recommendation, then you're going to hit Save for Later. When you select Save for Later, in your home screen, it now populates this unsubmitted recommendation, and it will create a list of all of the grants that you're looking to do. once you've completed that first grant and you may want to make a second one, you again go through those exact same steps of selecting recommendations, new, and going through each of those steps. And once you get to the end, after you selected, you agree to the condition, you select Save for Later. Once you've completed that and you want to submit all of those multiple recommendations, you come to the home screen and you're able to select all, and it will select all of the grants that are ready to move forward, or as well as you can just select individual ones. Once you're ready to move forward with as many grants as you wanted, you just submit that grant recommendation here, right below it. Now I want to show one more thing before we move on. You have here, if you have an organization not found, if you cannot find an organization in our database, you select this and you can create a new profile. We just ask that you fill out all of this information as much as you can as possible. With a little red star, that is what is required. So you select the organization name, you write their address and their city and state. And once you scroll down, you just include the information, the contact information at that organization. Once you complete this information, you select Next, and then you're going to go through the exact same steps as I had just shown you for the previous recommendation. So lastly, we have a list of resources at the top here, and this shows you you can download a PDF of like our stock, how to make a stock gift, or investment performances, and different options that you have here listed. Thank you so much again for tuning in, and please do not hesitate to give me a call if you guys have any other questions.